Hello, dear students. Welcome to I-Fal. My name is Teacher Nikki, and I am here to have another video lesson with you. So I am so excited to talk about a new topic for you today that will help you understand and construct better sentences using the English language. I know that these lessons will be very helpful for you to communicate using the English language that are grammatically correct and properly constructed, considering that we will be talking about some grammar topics. So I want you to concentrate on our lesson today, pay attention to our sample sentences, and please practice them very well even after the class. So let's go ahead and start our lesson. Let's go. So for today's discussion, let's go ahead and talk about the positions of adjectives, part 1. Okay? So it is very important to know the positions of adjective for us to classify them well. Okay? And also these positions talk about more of the functions of these adjectives and how we can effectively put them in our sentences. Okay, so for the first one, we have your adjectives before the noun. So, an adjective usually comes directly before the noun it describes, okay? So, this is like a common position that we see. Example here, old man, green field, cheerful one, okay? So, one is a type of pronoun, and pronouns are words that replace nouns. So, adjectives can also modify pronouns. So, remember, adjectives can modify pronouns and, of course, nouns. Okay, again, adjectives before the noun. So, when adjectives are used before the noun, they are actually called attributive adjectives. So, please remember that. We have your attributive adjectives, which are your adjectives directly before your nouns. Okay? Now, so what is an attributive adjective? So, an attributive adjective is an adjective that is directly adjacent to the noun or pronoun it modifies. Okay, it's directly before. Okay, an attributive adjective is not separated from a noun by a linking verb. Okay, so please remember that we do not separate them from the noun, they modify. So in English, attributive adjectives are usually come directly before the noun they modify or pronoun, usually noun. For example, she has a small car. So next one, he has some delicious pies. Okay. So what are your attributive adjectives here? So we have small and delicious because they come directly before your noun or the noun that they describe. Okay. Now, where do you include an attributive adjective in a sentence? So an attributive adjectives are part of the same noun phrase as the noun or pronoun they modify. So they are included in the noun phrase or the pronoun that they modify. In practice, this means that attributive adjectives come directly before the word that they modify. So remember, attributive adjective used with a subject, so it can also be part of the subject, just like what we say, it is the noun phrase, purple flowers. So what is the adjective here? Purple, attributive one, okay? Purple flowers are my favorite. Okay, next one. Attributive adjective used with an object or predicate, part of an object. So, Peter picked what? Purple flowers, okay? So, as you can see here, purple steel is an attributive adjective because it comes directly before the noun it modifies. Okay, next. So, attributive adjective examples in a sentence. So, the following sentences show the different ways we can use attributive adjectives. Okay, you will notice that no matter how we use them, they are usually or always right next to the noun or pronoun that they modify. That's why we call them attributive. Emir loves spicy food. So the attributive adjective spicy modifies the noun food, so it comes directly before it. Okay, next. Silly
Spunky simians smiled at Simon. So the attributive adjectives silly and spunky modify the noun simian. So they come before. Okay, it doesn't matter how many adjectives you have there. They're still called attributive adjectives because they come before the noun that they modify. Okay, so attributive adjective rules and best practices. So we have some rules that we have to consider here. In general, so we usually place attributive adjectives directly before the nouns or pronouns they modify. So for example, we would say I bought green apples, not I bought apples green. Okay, that's a general rule. Next one, when using attributive adjectives, we often follow a particular adjective order. So we have the order of adjectives, okay? For example, we say, I bought two new jackets rather than I bought new two jackets, okay? So we will be discussing more on the orders of adjectives later on. So for us to understand this discussion much better, okay? Next one. However, there are times when it is grammatical correct to place an attributive adjective after a noun. So a common instance where we do this is when we use superlative adjectives when we are on the superlative form. Therefore, we can use the attributive adjectives after the noun. Okay, so an attributive adjective is placed after the noun for additional emphasis when we are emphasizing it. Next examples here, we bought the newest car available. They took the fastest route possible. She finished her work in the slowest way imaginable. So, as you can see here, your attributive adjectives are actually after, okay, your nouns to give more emphasis to the noun, okay?
So I hope you find our lesson today very helpful. So as I always say, the secret in making your communication skills in English better is constant practice. So I want you to please keep on practicing all the lessons that we've had in the past and even this present lesson. So I know that you can do it really well and you'll improve yourself eventually. So just keep believing in yourself and practice more, okay? Now, please stay tuned to our more lessons here in I-Fal, and please visit our website that I will flash on the next screen. I also encourage you to please subscribe to our classes because we have a lot of amazing teachers that will help you and guide you in improving your English skills. So once again, this is Teacher Nikki. So I'll just see you again on the next classes and video lessons that we're going to have. I know that we will have more amazing lessons in the future. So stay tuned and good luck. Study harder and I'll see you next time. Bye.